Welcome back to my channel. So today I am testing out the Makeup Revolution Luxury Powder in Banana against the Ben Nye Banana Powder Luxury Powder in Banana, and I'm going to do an 8-hour wear test today and see how it goes. So yeah guys, bye for now. So I've already done my base. Okay, so I'm now going to apply concealer and apply these powders. So this side will be the Ben Nye Luxury Powder in Banana, and this side will be the Makeup Revolution Luxury Powder in Banana. Okay, this one obviously looks a lot more pigmented, a lot more banana coloured, whereas this one is a lot more lighter in colour and it looks a bit more golden than a banana colour. Forgot how much I bought this for because I bought it a very long time ago. So this one has 1.5 ounces, which is 42 grams, and this one has 1.47 ounces, but it also says 42 grams. Obviously this one's a lot more cheaper. This one I bought for a £5, and I want to say I bought this one for £16, but I think it's probably a lot more cheaper now, but I bought it back then when it was hard to get hold of in the UK. They both have talc as the main ingredient. They both have quite similar ingredients in them. So today I'm going to apply the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer like my last powder comparison. Put the powder into the lids. The Ben Nye looks a lot more lighter than this one. This one has a bit more of an orange tint to it, which is quite surprising because they look completely the opposite in the bottle. I'm going to blend both of the concealers out with the beauty blender, and then I'm going to use the Morphe sponge to apply the setting powder. I'm going to apply the powders with different size so they don't get mixed up, and obviously I've got the other side as well. So yeah, let's get to it. So this side will be the Makeup Revolution and this side will be Ben Nye, and I'm going to try and put some on this side and around my mouth as well. I would usually start off by applying concealer everywhere, but I want to give them both a fair chance. So if I've applied this one here and I've applied that one, while I'm blending that one, that has a lot more of a chance to sit there. So I'm not going to apply this side. And the only thing I have under my under eyes is the Urban Decay corrector. So I haven't really applied any foundations in this area as well, to give it a fair chance. Straight away pick up my Morphe sponge, pick up the Ben Nye on one side and apply that under my eyes. I forgot how much I love this. A very good powder. And I do have foundation on this side, but I am going to apply some setting powder as well. So we'll see how it reacts to the foundation as well. Makeup Revolution powder, and this has a lot more of an orange tint, but it's a lot more lighter than the other one. So do you see that it's collected onto my sponge, which is a bit worrying. Yeah, so it's caked up onto the sponge, which worries me a little bit, and it's not so blendable. But I have high hopes for this powder because I've seen a lot of influencers use it. So let's see how it goes. I'll zoom you guys in right now and show you how it looks. I mean, this straight up looks like flour on the sponge, like when you wet flour. So I mean, and look at that. It looks like it's got a bit of, like, it looks like I've put turmeric on my face to set it. That's what it looks like. And this side looks fine. It looks like a banana powder, and it's strange how this looks like a stronger color on the bottle than the other one, but once applied it's this one that's a lot more orange. So I'm just going to go off camera and take all of this off. I think it's baked enough long, so I'll start off with that side and then do that side. So I've applied contour and blush on my face, and I've taken off the bake, but I haven't applied highlighter. I just wanted to show you guys the situation right now. So the time right now is 2:59. okay, and as I was taking off the bake, I noticed that I had like little clumps sitting here. And also another thing that I noticed, that the Ben Nye side of the nose was more prominent, where it's held on to the concealer so tightly that you could see a line going there, whereas here I already had like the concealer fading off. See where the Ben Nye has stuck to the concealer, whereas here I've got bits fading off. And this is the current situation of my face. You can see it's a lot more yellow on the Ben Nye side, whereas this side looks fine, whereas when I put it on it was a lot more orange. So obviously you can see my dark circles still peeking through, and I've got more prominent creases on the Makeup Revolution side. Yeah, so I will come back to you guys about 4 hours time. So it's 3 o'clock right now. 4 hours time will be 7 o'clock, and then after another 4 hours it will be 11 o'clock. So I will do an 8-hour wear test and see how this goes today. I mean, on camera I'm looking fine. I'm actually really liking how I'm looking. So yeah, I'm just going to apply a bit of highlighter onto my cheekbones, but I'm going to leave the nose alone. I haven't contoured my nose either. I haven't used any contouring on the nose or any highlighter, because I'm going to leave that like that so I can see how it holds up. And yeah, so I'm just going to apply a bit of highlight over here, but not bring it through, because I want to leave the setting powder how it is, and I'm not going to use any setting spray today. So yeah, I'll see you guys at 7 o'clock and then again at 11 o'clock. Bye for now, guys. So the time now is exactly 7 o'clock. So let me give you my thoughts on the 4-hour check-in. Yeah, my eyes on this side look exactly the same. They haven't really, they creased a tiny, teeny bit, but it's not caked up as much as that part, and you can see more of the dark circles peeking through on that side as well. I did have a runny nose, so I do have patches missing, so I'm not going to comment on that, but I do have patches missing on this side as well. So this is the Makeup Revolution side and this is the Ben Nye side, okay? And I did have a wrap which had mayonnaise on it, and I did get it on both. So I'm just going to show you, this is the side with the Ben Nye banana powder. As you can see, it's held up pretty well. I've got like caking in here, and I've got like a patch missing here, and you can see that it's covered here, which is the Makeup Revolution side. I've got psoriasis here where it's picked up, and I'm not too sure which powder that is. As you can see, the Ben Nye's held up the concealer on this side pretty well, whereas here it's fading, but that was something we noticed in the very beginning. And I've got a bit missing here, but obviously I've told you I've wiped my nose. I've got a slight creasing on this side, the Ben Nye side, and more of a creasing on this side, but it's still very slight, but a lot more than the Ben Nye. So the Ben Nye is better in terms of creasing. Forehead, I've got them collecting on the psoriasis, which is normal. This is the Ben Nye side. As you can see, I've got a section patch missing here, so that it has come off a little bit, but you can also see how it's held up. You can see the concealer here and how it's kept it put. And this side is the Makeup Revolution. It seems pretty seamless to me. So here are my eyes. This is the Ben Nye side. You know, it's looking very, very good. The coverage is amazing. And this is the Makeup Revolution side. You can see the dark circles peeking through. And what makes me say the dark circles peeking through even more is because this is the side I usually struggle with covering up. I mean, you can still see it, but it's not as bad as this side. And I've got it creasing into here. Like I said before, I didn't use the Makeup Revolution concealer because it does that, so the powders won't get a fair testing. So it seems like the Makeup Revolution banana powder does the same thing. And you can see I've got a bit missing here. I deliberately didn't put on any eyeshadow on the under eyes because I wanted to see how it stays. And here's the mouth part. I did get mayonnaise on both sides, but as you can see, this side has wiped off a lot more than this side. I mean, this side, you know, hardly any has wiped off really. I'll come back to you guys in another 4 hours time, but I think we can already see what is looking better. Here's my psoriasis. Actually, I never put setting powder on my psoriasis. So this is the Ben Nye side, and this is the Makeup Revolution side. You can't see when I'm not zoomed in. So both the powders are pretty well. Let's see how it goes in 4 hours time. Hi guys, so the time now is 11:04. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a look at how it's looking right now. So it's definitely creased along these lines, and it's creased into here. So this is the Ben Nye side, and I've got a lot more wear off over here and wear off over here as well, and creased a lot more over here, and it's much more darker over here. The mouth area is faded a lot more on this side than that side, but it has faded on this side as well. So this is the Ben Nye side. Okay, so as you can see, it has faded, it has got a bit splotchy around here. Bear in mind, I did just eat, and yeah, here as well, it's come off a bit more than before. It's gone into the lines over here. It's worn off on my nose, but I'm not counting the nose because I do have a runny nose today. And this is what my eyes looking like. I will say it's very good for 8 hours. It does look very good for 8 hours, but this side is creased in as well. But again, for 8 hours, very good. I mean, at 4 hours time, it had creased a little bit as well. So it's not like a huge difference from 4 hours. This is my forehead. Obviously, this is, I don't remember if I put powder on this part, but you know, same has happened here, and I haven't put any setting powder on here, so I'm not going to count that part because it is very dry right here. So right here, the nose is still set on the Ben Nye side, and this side is worn off a lot more, and here as well you can see patches. This is psoriasis. Overall, both the powders have held up pretty well, in my opinion. I would say that Ben Nye wins. As have seen for yourself that that's held up a lot more better than the Makeup Revolution. So yeah guys, I hope you guys found this video very informative. Comment below for my next video, the kind of things I should be testing out. If you guys would like me to test out another setting powder against any of the ones that I've already reviewed. So I've done Cover FX versus Laura Mercier and Ben Nye versus Makeup Revolution. Okay, if you would like me to switch those up and do any testings and anything else that I need to take notice of while I'm testing any powders, any foundation or anything that you would like me to test out, give me a comment below and I will definitely do it. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll leave the link to my social media in the description box below as well. With that being said guys, bye for now.